Hi, this presentation is about page numbering, page breaks, sections, headers, and cover pages, creating a cover page, making that first page different. I'll be showing you all of this using Microsoft Word 2010. Now the first thing I'll do is, so you can see the multiple pages clearly, I'll go down to the status bar and click on zoom level, and I'll change that zoom level to 42%. And then what I'll do is I will insert a section break. So I'll click here on page layout. I'll go to breaks, and the section break I'll choose is a next page section break. Now, so you can see what I've done more clearly, I'll click on home and I'll click on the show hide button so you can see the non-printable formatting characters. And you can see there I have inserted a section break on that first page. This first page is page 1 of section 1, but when I click here on the second page, I find myself in page 2, section 2. So by inserting that next page section break, I haven't just created a new page, I've created a new section as well. So here I am on page 2, section 2, and I'll do something more conventional. I'll click on page layout, and I'll insert a break, just an ordinary page break. Now this will result in the creation of a new page, but not a new section. Here I am in page 3, but that's still section 2. Page 2, section 2. So now what I'll do is I will create a header. Insert, header, and just an ordinary blank header. Now whatever I do now will appear at the top of every page. And so you can see that more clearly, I'll just make the font a little bigger. Change that to Arial Black. So whatever I type here, whatever changes I make here, you can see results in changes being made, the same changes being made to the header of every single page in this document. I'll press tab a couple of times. This header has got some preset tab formatting in it, and I'm taking advantage of that. Page. Now what I want is I want to see the page number for each and every page. There's a couple of ways I can do that. I can click on design, and I can go to page number, current position, and just choose that one there, plain number. And that will insert the field, and the value displayed by that field changes with every page. That's one way to do it. Press backspace a couple of times to destroy that. Or I can go to quick parts. Now you can find quick parts under design, but I think you can also find it under insert as well. And you can choose field, choose all, so you can see everything. I scroll down here, I choose page, ordinary formatting, I click OK, and that's just another way of doing it. So it's page 1. I'd like to see this as being page 1 of 3. page 2 of 3, page 3 of 3. I want to see the total number of pages of, and I'll insert the total number of pages. I'll go to quick parts again, field, go to all so I could see everything, but I'll just move down here. Num pages, ordinary format. I've got a range of formats there I can choose, but that ordinary one there will do well. So there it is, page 1 of 3, page 2 of 3, page 3 of 3. Now I can click on design and I can get out of the header by just clicking on close header, or I can just double click up here, double click in that header region to get back to the header, and then to go back to the body of the page, I can just double click in the body of the page right here, double click, and I'm out of the header. And I've got my cursor flashing on page 1 of section 1. What I'll do now is I will insert a picture. Any picture will do. What I'll do to that picture is I'll change its formatting from, or its wrap text from inline with text to tight, and that way I can drag it down to anywhere I want. I want to make the picture bigger without distorting it, so I'll keep my finger down on Shift on the keyboard, move my mouse icon to the bottom right corner of the picture, left click down and drag. Now this page 1, I want this page 1 to be my cover page. It's common for cover pages not to have a header. It's common for cover pages not to be counted in the page numbering. In other words, my page 2 should really be page 1. My page 3 should really be page 2. When you look at the total number of pages in the book, often the cover page isn't counted in the total number of pages. So first things first, I'll try to get rid of the header from the cover page. I'll just double click up here, double click in that header, and in design, and here I am in page 1, section 1. To make this section different, to have the first page of this section different, I'll just click here, and what that does, it just removes any header or footer from that first page of that section. But the thing is, and I'll click up here, I want this to be known as page 1 and this to be known as page 2. So the best way to do that, again in design, is to, I've just highlighted that field there, but I'll go across here to page number, format page numbers, start at 1. Okay, so I've gone to the start of the next section, which is section 2. I've clicked up here in the header for that section 2, and I've changed the formatting of that page numbering. Now that's a bit awkward because that should say page 1 of 2, page 2 of 2. What I'll do is I'll highlight this and press delete. I'll go back to quick parts, which is also in design. I'll click field, choose all so I can see everything, scroll down here, and maybe section pages will do the job for me. Ordinary format, click OK. I'll just double click here in the body of the page there. And so what I've got is my cover page with no header, and page 2 has now been reformatted as page 1 and so forth, and the page numbering there seems very consistent. That's about it.